Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here in June. A very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. And welcome to my latest Doctor Who video, and you can continue this conversation and any other conversation I ignite over on my Twitter at Movies TV Mad. I've already forgotten my new Instagram, but I may try and remind you of that at the end of this video. I'm sure you're not interested anyway. So yes, welcome to my preview. Let's get this title right of this week's Doctor Who episode. It's called The Haunting of Villa Diodati, right? So I've seen this episode, but I can't talk about it in detail. So I'm going to just talk to you what I thought of it on an outside scale. So this, look, I liked this episode. Is it classic Doctor Who? In terms of the scares, it's classic Doctor Who. It's another episode of the Chibnall era where we don't seem to go to another planet. We have been to other planets, but I just don't think we've done it enough. We go on planets, we go off of planets. Look, it's weird. And we'll see where the double finale is going to take us, of course, because this is the last episode before the two-part finale. Anyway, so this really is about Mary Shelley and Lord Byron. And there was a romance there. There was a relationship there. And they're literally telling each other scary stories. And that's the whole premise of the episode. So I'm not going to tell you what happens, but literally the Doctor and the fam turn up and then things get a little bit darker. Look, I'm sure there's going to be people in this watching this episode are going to say it's just another boring standalone episode. I liked it. It's a really well-made period piece, and I really, really did enjoy it. As I say, we're so obsessed with the best episode ever and then never getting it. But the point is, that's not where we are now. But hold on to your skirts, boys and girls, because that double finale is off the scale. And as the Master said, everything you think you know is a lie. What does that mean then? That means Chris Chibnall is absolutely changing Doctor Who canon. Everything the Doctor thought she knew is a lie. So there's going to be a reaction. Now, I know I should be talking about this episode, but I'll just go off the beaten track for a minute and say that I think this is a blue touch paper moment for Chris Chibnall. People will either hate him even more for what he's done, or all of a sudden, this could turn the whole thing around and people love Chris Chibnall and his era. It's a bit of a Name of the Doctor situation. The Name of the Doctor was the final episode of Season 7. Season 7 had been a messy, watered-down, mediocre season until The Name of the Doctor. And then The Name of the Doctor came on, did that great twist with John Hurt, and we all forgot that Season 7 was so bad, and we even kind of made excuses for it. Oh well, because throughout Season 7, we all thought there's no plan for this 50th anniversary. Then Moffat unleashed that. I still don't think he had a particular plan, but it was a great twist to buy himself some time until he did The Day of the Doctor. And we loved The Day of the Doctor, and people were very more enthusiastic about Moffat and his era, and even people who didn't like his era. So I think it's one of those moments where you say, this is it, Chris Chibnall. This is his vision, right? Forget everything else. Yes, Season 11 with the standalones, you either love them or hate them. Season 12, which started off really well with Spyfall. I thought Nikola Tesla was amazing. I don't think Orphan 55 is bad. It's just not one of those episodes you're going to say, wow. I love Fugitive of the Judoon. I love what it does. And that, my friends, is part of Chris Chibnall's vision. Now, in this two-part finale, we're finally going to see what he's going to do. And even in the trailers, it says everything's about to change. Now, normally when you get that in any trailer of a movie and a TV show, it's bullshit and nothing really happens. But I get the feeling that I just get this feeling that, the worm's about to change. This will either re-advise people's enthusiasm for Doctor Who, or it will totally take it away. This is very, very interesting what Chris Chibnall is about to do to Doctor Who. As I say, it's one of those moments. It's either a big success or a fail, because today's consumers and audiences only deal with absolutes. They're a bit like the Sith, if you like. That's what it is. It's not, oh, well, it was okay. No, I hate it. No, I love it. there's just two absolutes with the consumer these days. So I can't wait until I get to see it. And actually, that's not too far away. And then I can talk to you about it. Obviously, we're only going to be, even us who can see it before everyone else can, we won't get to see the two parts together. We'll see them separate a week before, like I did with this episode. This episode is another, for me, 7 out of 10. It's solid. People will say it's boring. But I got a lot out of this episode. As I say, the actor playing Mary Shelley was amazing. And the guy who played Lord Byron was amazing. I thought that Bradley Walsh, Mandik Gill, and I always forget the Ryan actor's name. Is it Coulson? Anyway, I forgot his name. Sorry, mate. But yeah, they were all brilliant. Bradley Walsh delivers as usual because all he has to do is be Bradley Walsh. There are some good emotional moments in this episode as well. I liked it. I even cried a little bit. And it's going to lead into that finale. I can tell you that. So I am very excited for everyone to see this episode. But I liked it. I've enjoyed season 12. I've enjoyed season 12 more than I did season 11. I loved episodes 1 to 3, and I was discussing this with a Doctor Who fan on Twitter last night, that I actually thought the first 3 episodes of season 11 were amazing. And after that, and I think in The Woman Who Falls to Earth, Jodie Whittaker absolutely embodies the Doctor. She's never embodied the Doctor as well as she has in that first episode. And I don't get what happened after those first 3 episodes, to be honest. But season 12, I think, for me, has been a success. It's got us talking in terms of the Ark. The Ark and the return of Captain Jack. It's got all our conspiracy theories up. Even if we're kind of going, we don't want a pre-Hartnell Doctor. It's got us all talking. But this is what happens when you politically weaponise entertainment. And as I say, it's the industry and it's the consumer. You've got the fandom menace. Weaponising everything. This week they weaponised the conversation in last week's episode. Can you hear me? Between Graham and the Doctor, they weaponised it. Was it executed really well? No, but you know what? The more I see that scene, the more I like it. The more I get where the Doctor's coming from. Should they have done it? I don't know, but I don't. I mean, obviously, thousands of complaints, but of course, the fandom menace are weaponising those complaints. They weaponise everything. So if you're a Doctor Who fan, because Doctor Who means so much to a hell of a lot of people, and it incites passionate response, and we know that. But it's very important, because I know that it means a hell of a lot to people. And I've been rewatching old videos of Tennant and Eccleston and Smith and Capaldi, and it was so much more emotional and relatable back then. I get it. But this is the era. Now, either you walk away from Doctor Who, you allow it to die, or you support it so we can get through this era. That's all I can say to you. But as I say, at this moment in time, we don't know what Chris Chibnall, as I've said before, is painting on that canvas. So it's really difficult to judge him. Once we see that 2-part finale, then I think we can say we either like what he's doing or we hate what he's doing. So what are you looking forward to this week's episode of Doctor Who? I can definitely recommend it. It's good Who, not great Who, but good Who. It's solid, it's enjoyable, and I think you'll probably say this is the best standalone from the whole season. I still will put Nikola Tesla up there, but I think this is a really, really good episode. You're going to like it. It has fun, it has comedy, it has scares. I think Jodie's really good as the Doctor. She's getting that Woman Who Fell to Earth vibe back as well. So please comment down below. Let me know what you think of this season of Doctor Who, the Chris Chibnall era. And just comment down below. We can talk Doctor Who. And like, share and subscribe. Share the video. Share the channel. And I'll be back with more Doctor Who content over the weekend. And on Monday, I'll do my full review of the latest episode. See you again then.